Hi, it's Nicole, and it's the last day of the month, which means month in review. And today is going to be my October spread. I have links down below where you can find the collection, the playlist, Lisa over at Life and Layouts, her video, everything that you could possibly have a question for. Check the description box. If you don't find it down below, leave me a comment and I will get back to you. As always, I pull out my box of For the Record from Simple Stories and question my life choices sometimes. I've reached the point in month in review where I am very excited to be done, but I am also kind of over it. So we're going to kind of get into that during the video. I did want to pop this into the video, this image here. When I sit down to do my month in review, a lot of times is when I will map out what I consider the event layouts for the month. And then what that does is it almost sorts my photos into two categories. Photos that my brain deems acceptable or necessary for a layout. Everything else is up for grabs for month in review. There's also kind of a gray area where I'll have like random screenshots, recipe downloads, like there could be anything in there. So I do kind of a quick sort through, and while I'm in that mindset is when I go ahead and just kind of start listing out the layouts that I want to go ahead and designate for those separate events. Now, a lot of times when I do that, the leftover photos for month in review can seem a little odd to a viewer. As you can see here, it is like 90% pets. And I don't think any of these were taken outside of my home, maybe that selfie in the car. This is just a true representation of our life. If there's an event, yeah, I'm going to have more interesting photos. But more often than not, I am very much in a season of life where I am a homebody. I am hanging out, doing other hobbies like, reading, gaming, something. And a lot of times the four-legged creatures that live in our house are hanging out with us as well. With this being October of 2024, I know that when I look at it, I can kind of guess a little bit of what is going on, but not necessarily stories that I want to dive into. October of 2024 is when our senior pit bull started on prednisone, and that was kind of a 6-7 month journey that we weren't really sure, how that was going to make her feel. And so I just kind of tried to grab a couple photos. She started kind of napping in different places. I noticed that a lot of my photos, she was no longer on the furniture, and that was because of incontinence. And she was kind of less interested in playing with the younger dog. And so anytime I saw them kind of cuddling up together, like he would go check on her and give her kisses and stuff, I would grab a quick photo. I am somebody that I don't necessarily feel like the photos from this month and this year need to tell those stories. I know that those stories are coming closer to when she's going to cross the Rainbow Bridge. So those, I just feel like it's a better monthly glance of what was going on in our lives. I even kept my journaling pretty simple for this month, and I like to mention everything that I just mentioned because to me, month in review is a true definition of you do you. I've seen people who are in a different season of life where maybe they're empty nesters, maybe a lot of their scrapbooking is like travel and going on trips and then holiday and events. And so when they're looking at their month in review, maybe they only have 4 or 5 photos and they're doing full-size photos, and it's going to look a lot different. To me, month in review is just that thing that you kind of need to define it for yourself. And for me, the light bulb moment was knowing that I could have month in review be a place for all of those one-off photos that I take on a daily basis, but doesn't, in my brain, my me do me, doesn't qualify for individual layouts. This is to me how I can kind of get an entire year split between 2, possibly 3 albums, because I just, it never made sense in my brain to do a full layout of the cute picture of my dog sleeping on the couch, if that makes sense. And that's not to say that I won't ever do a layout like that. 100% I will. I just have so many of similar photos like that it doesn't make a lot of sense in my brain and my process and my style and the way that I want to store these memories to do separate layouts every time that occurs. So month in review really just kind of solidified a place for me to not lose these one-off photos, because I enjoy taking kind of like a daily photo, or just, having those photos of the things going on around my house, but they need to have a home. And so month in review became a love. It became an obsession. Sometimes it can be a little slog to get through. I think it's based on kind of what's going on work-wise. And lately I have been aggressively busy trying to get a little bit ahead to carve out some more time. And so when I looked at the calendar and I was like, oh no, it's month in review time, I felt a little stressed. It's also knowing that I'm a little bit over this collection. Don't get me wrong, I love this collection. And when I get to the embellishing part, you're going to kind of see what I'm talking about. It's more of I'm just ready to be done with month in review, and I would like to move on to a different year, a different theme, a different concept, that kind of a thing. So when I say that I'm over, for the record, it's more of I'm kind of just itching to have a different theme, a different collection, a different overall concept. There is still a ton of stuff left in this collection. Part of it is my own issue, because I like to use the tiny pieces, the small pieces, the middle pieces. Those larger pieces tend to kind of become a speed bump for me. I think at this point I have also used up like all of the individual florals, and I'm now left with like larger like cluster style florals, and sometimes I just don't have room for that. Like you can see for October I have 15 photos, and I chose not to leave a gap in my photo collage, because with it being 15, I could do 3x5, have it be, 3 complete rows, and not have to go into a fourth one, because the larger that I make that collage, the less space I have around it to work with for things like the journaling card, the title card, tucking in the calendar piece, embellishments, all of that type of stuff. So with every other month, I'm using those same 3 pieces that you see across. I'm using the number die cut and the name of the month from the sticker sheet. After those kind of 5 elements get used up is when I start going through the other embellishments and trying to find things that I want to use. And 10 layouts worth of sorting through these, I think I just am not loving them as much. Like I said, there's still so much potential. Like I'll look through it and I'll think, oh, this would be good for this type of event or this type of story or this type of layout. For month in review, I'm really focused on looking for the same things that I've kind of used over and over again. I've used up all the hearts, all of the florals are gone. At this instance, I am looking for, okay, maybe I can tuck some phrases. Literally anything on this sticker sheet would have been cute. I could have added it, but I feel like sometimes I just get in my head a little bit. And I still might go back and add some stuff, because I feel like between the title card and the calendar card and like the floral paper that I used, there's a lot of orange showing up on this spread. And I feel like I probably could have used that orange typewriter that was on the sticker sheet. And now I'm going to like fixate on that while my video renders, and probably go and add that over in the far right and fill in that hole. Like, that's part of what I love about Simple Stories, like office themed or daily themed collections, is you really can just smush a whole bunch of random objects together and they still look good. They still somehow make sense. The office theme stuff, for some reason in my brain, makes sense for like daily life and just these random, photos. And I'm already trying to figure out for the calendar year of 2026, for sure I'm going to do month in review. I just have not figured out what year I want to focus on, what collection I want to use. And I definitely need to either pick a sketch to repeat every month or something. I need to nail down more of like the layout part of it so that I struggle less. Identifying your issues is how you identify the solution, which you have to be honest and willing to identify the problem. So I finished up by tucking a couple of phrases. I did add some phrase stickers to some open areas on the photos. I try to do that with collages just because you can have really heavy embellishing above it, small embellishing below it, and then your photo collage can sometimes feel a little flat. So I like to try to do things like phrase stickers or even like some of the small rub-ons would have worked as well. So there is my completed layout. Make sure you go check out Lisa's version because she's doing the same year and the same collection and probably has a much more organized process. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys here. I would love it if you are new, if you could subscribe, go ahead and hit that like button. Again, check the description box if you got questions and leave them in the comments if I missed something. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.